Hello all, welcome to the Educating the Masses podcast, where we will be discussing the highs and lows of the evolving landscape of the education system and whether or not it is praised or looked down upon within today's generation, as we delve into inspiring stories and insightful discussions that illuminate the profound impact of learning on individuals and society. This is the only lectures you'd want to listen to, as we aim to make all our discussions fun and involving, and we just want to make education great again.
Education should be compulsory for everyone until they're 18, and kids should be able to choose what they want to study as soon as they start their educational journey from secondary.
Well, I agree with the statement,
because I believe that education being compulsory up until 18 is perfect for kids to really develop their brain, and they develop the key skills needed for when they progress further into their education journey onto university, when they get a degree and finally into their careers.
Rishi Sunak has said that he wants to see all students in England study some form of maths until 18 to ensure that they leave school better equipped for the jobs of the future. He set out the plans in a speech on the 4th of January 2023. What's wrong with that?
No, nothing. I actually agree with him, to be fair. It would be good. Yeah, I do feel like we have not enough accountants. I feel like that kind of industry is kind of going down. It's kind of falling. And obviously we need people who can, analyse and do data and do all that number stuff.
Okay. Just half of all 16 to 19-year-olds study maths. Yet in a world where data is everywhere and statistics underpin every job, our children's jobs will require more analytical skills than ever before.
To be fair, yeah, on one half that is kind of true.
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
Jobs with financial kind of responsibilities, I'd say, they definitely need obviously those analytical skills, because obviously that's important for their job, essentially.
People like architects, they need maths.
That is true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maths is important for them as well.
Engineers.
Of course, engineers. A lot of science jobs as well. A lot of scientist jobs.
Do you think jobs like that would go down as well?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure like medicine and stuff, pretty sure that area is going down as well.
Really? Yeah,
Like
like
doctors
doctors
and
and stuff.
They're struggling to find more doctors. People who want to be who want to study science and stuff.
Is getting an education truly important to attaining success in a career when you leave school?
Nope, not anymore. I was saying looking the late 1900s, probably, yeah. Loki
Really? I still think that you still,
yeah,
it teaches
100%.
you basics.
I'd agree.
No, it's just getting an education truly important. Education starts from
It does teach
nursery.
you. That is true, yeah. It is important.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say to attaining an actual career and being successful, I would say nah. I'll say it's more about your own personal skills that you have.
Fairs, I still
I'll say
think it
school
has
kind of
to
does kind of help you develop those skills. But obviously for I don't know. Obviously what we do film and stuff. You don't. It's not enough just knowing the information. You know what I mean? You kind of have to have the skills to do it.
The
Actually,
school gives you the skills.
that is true, but it doesn't give you the specific skills. You know what I mean?
Are academic subjects more important than the art? Yes.
What do you think? Why?
I think that I don't think they're. I think they're equally as important,
Mm-hmm.
but I just think that some basics like English and maths and science just kind of push it over the edge because they're kind of things that you need in every single day life.
I do agree with you. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel that is true. But I would say the arts should also be. I'll say they are both equally as important, but I feel way more focus is given on the academics. I'll just wait. Okay, thank you.
I really don't know what that noise is.
So what's the next statement?
Okay. Okay, how did COVID-19 affect worldwide education?
Because COVID happened, the first lockdown happened when I was doing my GCSEs, and with Chairs, you all started, when was it?
A year later, so...
Yeah, a year later, so year 10. So my GCSEs, I didn't have any. Like, all the teachers did their own opinions on my classwork and my mock exams, but because no one really took mock exams seriously, like no one really takes mock exams seriously, I was just like, oh yeah, mock exams, whatever. I'll start revising seriously when the exams are actually happening. Little did I know, the exams weren't actually happening. So all the teachers took their own opinions on my classwork, my schoolwork, and I thought it was a bit unfair.
There's like a lot of students who probably worked hard,
Yeah, definitely.
like in anticipation of the GCSEs happening, and then like hopefully getting a good grade. But I guess when like the exams suddenly just stopped.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in lockdown, I feel like because secondary school is such a social kind of environment,
That's very
you had a
true.
lot of friends, but when it came to lockdown, you kind of found out that a lot of people that you thought maybe were your friends weren't as close as you thought. So I feel like that impacted a lot of people. Maybe they felt a bit isolated.
For me, lockdown, I would say, was a very eye-opening experience
Yeah, definitely.
in terms of like just work and like, well, more like, because my mum was always like a strict person. Like she had like strict values, so it was like we had to do work every day,
Well, even though you were in lockdown.
even in lockdown. Yeah, even before lockdown, I was doing work all the time.
Really? So what were you preparing for in lockdown? Your GCSEs for next year?
Yeah, I was just my mum's mind was if you like always keep going over what you did in school that day, then like you just pick it up easier. So she'd make me and my brothers just revise, like even from primary school, primary to secondary, like whatever we did in the day on like, the school day, we'd have to bang it out at home. So
How did
like
it make you feel on lockdown? Because lockdown,
See-
you see all your friends being free, doing other activities.
see,
you know, kind of
for me it was like I guess it was kind of semi-normal. I was kind of used to it because obviously everyone had to do work online and stuff and work from home, and I was kind of already used to it because all the years my mum instilled in me of like doing work. So I guess from my experience, lockdown was kind of normal-ish, but at the same time, all like the online work
Yeah.
and like, because my mum was also really strict about lockdown, so I literally did not leave my house.
Well, so you could, like, you know about the Zoom calls. I used
Yeah.
to do Zoom calls, but your mum used to make you get on them.
Literally at 7 a.m. like.
Yo, that early. Another thing, not even about education, but parents. A lot of parents got writ off their jobs.
Oh
So
yeah.
they were stressing about trying to finance their families and
That's
stuff
true,
like
yeah.
that. My dad got written off for his job. Luckily he got it back,
Oh, okay.
but some people weren't as fortunate and
That's
they
true.
lost their jobs completely and they couldn't provide for their kids. So we looked at a couple websites and loads of kids got free lunches in schools and stuff like that, trying to help out and trying to provide for these parents that are struggling a bit. So I think parents might have taken quite a bit of the impact as well. And you're supposed to make education fun at that young age.
That's true,
But
yeah.
they have to sit in front of a screen. It's kind of a weird experience. Loads of kids missed out on a massive social like environment. That's what
It's kind of
school
like
is.
it's kind of very key for like development, I would say. innit?
100%. Very, very key for development. That's a great point.
We've got a few facts that we found online
Yeah.
to do with people's kind of mental health during lockdown.
Yeah.
So obviously during quarantine, 74% of teachers and school staff agreed that school being closed to most students over the period of lockdown has had a negative impact on the mental health of young people.
Yeah.
And what do you think of that number?
I think that's a crazy number. Over half. That's a bit mental.
That is
Especially that loads of teachers were agreeing on it as well. So they obviously saw how classrooms were. Maybe it was a bit uncomfortable for the kids to rejoin in classrooms and stuff like that.
Apparently, a report by the Sutton Trust identified 15% of teachers reported that more than a third of their students did not have any access to electronic devices or fast internet access.
So they missed out big time.
They must have missed out on heaps of work.
God, imagine that.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Educating the Masses. Shout out to Matthew, Priscilla and Ria. And yeah, we're out. Bye.